Last Wednesday, Mark Fodness, who's been a longtime Bemidji tennis coach in the community, died unexpectedly from a sudden heart attack. Tonight, we take a look back at just how much Fodness impacted Bemidji, not just as a coach, but as a person.
He was such a kind, caring, compassionate individual.
You just really feel connected to him when you talk to him.
Incredible amount of energy, a credible amount of positivity.
He just instilled you with confidence.
Mark Fodness has made this community, the Bemidji community, a better place.
As a coach and a teacher, Mark Fodness made every day count in his 61 years of life. Mark was best known for his passion for the sport of tennis. Between coaching at the boys and girls program at Bemidji High School and as the BSU women's tennis head coach, Fodness accumulated 405 career wins across 41 seasons. In all those years, though, each day was a joy for Fodness to coach, and the same was for his players.
The biggest thing that I remember was going to practice and not just wanting to go because I love tennis, but just because I knew it was going to be so much fun every moment of every practice.
He joked around a lot and was just, he had enjoyed it, and you could tell that he really liked coaching.
Whether it be getting Big Apple bagels for his team on long bus rides or tossing around the football after practice, Fodness always came up with new ways to create memorable experiences for his players he coached, on or off the court.
I think it was pretty rare for a coach to set up so many social team bonding events.
He'd have a silver for pizza, and they had a ping pong table and games in the basement. Then we'd watch a movie together as a team.
He was always trying to make it more than just tennis.
But Fodness was so much more than just a tennis coach. When his son Kyle was playing youth sports growing up, Mark helped coach football, basketball, soccer, baseball, even speech and debate. And with every sport he coached, Fodness put all his time and effort into every second.
I doubt you could find somebody that loved the game more than he did. He just radiated it. And he, was as much a player as he was a coach. Like, he would be out there just playing the games with us and running around the field. And he's just a ball of energy.
The energy that Fodness displayed in coaching was shown just as much in the classroom, as many of his 7th grade social studies students recall a patient, fun, and favorite teacher.
He was the one that brought things to life. He was the one that had the Friday jokes, and he was just the teacher that was really engaging. Great classroom management, though. As you get older, you look back and go, gosh, he did this really well. I mean, he disciplined, but yet you still were learning and having a lot of fun.
Everyone wanted to have him as a teacher, like in 7th grade. That was a big thing. If you had Mr. Fodness, you were doing great.
Not surprisingly, Fodness made his mark in the Bemidji community as well, most notably bringing people together with his love of pickleball. As founding president of the Bemidji Pickleball Association, Fodness even created a Learn to Play Pickleball Day.
So we had a day where a group of us that were already members of the Pickleball Association met at BSU on a Sunday morning, and anybody that wanted to could come in and play. And it was most of the day we had people coming in and playing, and we introduced a lot of people to pickleball that day, and that was one of Mark's brainchilds.
Whether it be as a player, student, or a friend, thousands of people have been impacted by Mark Fodness. Amazingly, it seems that everyone Fodness came across has a story or memory of how he connected to them in a special way or made the team as a whole more connected.
At state, my senior year, I lost my last match ever, and I remember he just kind of more of not even as a coach, but just in general, he was we were walking off the court together, and he was disappointed as much as I was. He was like, take one last look. This is the last time you're going to get, really take it all in. And I just remember that so much.
I wasn't the top player on the team, so I wasn't number one singles. I hadn't played tennis, private lessons my whole life, but Mark didn't treat me any differently.
He made sure that every player's voice was heard, that they got just as much time on the field as anybody else.
I remember I was talking to Kyle earlier, and he's like, you remember the one time we did the Lightning game? And I had completely forgotten about this, but I had won the Lightning game. It was great. It was my last year. Mark wanted to get a picture of me with everyone else crowded around me bowing down. And so I'm sitting there looking just happy as can be, and everyone else is bowing around me. And he got a picture of that, and it made me feel like the world. I mean, it was just a simple game, but it made me feel great.
And in every lesson he taught, in every game he coached, Fodness always connected everything back to the game of life.
Just the conversations we would have. I mean, we would talk about sports and kind of how we were going to approach the game. but he would always turn it back to life and how the game of soccer and how, all these other sports just connect us with life and they teach us lessons.
He said we had hoped to be more successful in our win-loss column, and that's the goal for next year. But we felt that our message from this fall is still true today. The memories you take with you from this year will last you a lifetime. And I know that they definitely did. And I mean, I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to play under him.
A lifetime of memories made from a once-in-a-lifetime guy. Yeah, not many in Bemidji made an impact like he did. Just a lot of people really impacted by Mark Fodness.
Yeah, a huge loss for the community.
For sure.
Lakeland News is member-supported content. Please consider supporting Lakeland News today.